bright that is. That's that InnoGear 30. Excellent little light. You can see out here how bright that sucker is, how it really lights up the area quite good, all the way down, out quite a distance. You know, we're going out 50 feet here, something like that probably. But you see on my entryway why I use these, and then if you move back in, you see the motion activation, how simple it is. And again, I'm getting further away from the light, but so that's the 30 InnoGear. Then I'm going to take you over and show you the LITDOM 8. Okay, try and go over here, and there you go. There's the 8 LED version, and you can see how it does light up around its area. Not as good as the 30, obviously, but it's enough to see. And obviously the 30 is going off behind me as well, so but that gives you an idea of how bright that LITDOM 8 LED is. Now the 30's off. Okay, let's activate this one again. Okay, so you can see that, how bright it is, and again how it lights up out a little bit. You know, so it'll light up an entryway, and again, I was using these on my entryway. You can see there how well the steps are lit up, and it's not even on the steps, it's over. So but you can see how well these things work, you know. So anyway, let's go back. There's our 30. Look how bright that is, folks. I mean, just bright. Look at my entryway. I mean, just, it's magnificent. It goes way out too. I mean, you can see, you know, way out there. It gives me, I like these lights because it also allows me to know when my pets are ready to come in. This is another one. It's a dual light. You might be able to see. You can see both lights. I've had this thing a long time. It was super cheap, so I bought it. And that was that ratty panel I showed you on that one video, the last video. That ratty panel came with this, but I mean, it was super cheap, folks, and they don't even make this kind of cheap anymore. But it works great. It lights this little entryway up, so you can see. It lights up this little area for me. And then we'll start moving out here, and you can see one light going off. That's a 90 floodlight that I showed in the last video. Okay, you can see how bright that is. Those things just boom out the light. You can see the area around it. You know, it's not even facing down, it's facing out. So that when people pull in my driveway, they're not in the dark. You know what I mean? And it goes way out. It would go all the way across here, light up over here, as you can see. But then we have another 60 up there that I put on my carport. So it lights up that area. And so then we've got, so I'm kind of trying to give you an idea of how light these things are. And you can see how powerful all these solar lights are. They're magnificent. And anybody who pulls in my driveway, it's all solar. I don't have any power running from the house. My house is lit up by solar, which is nice because if you have a power outage and you're starting your gen or something like that, then you don't, you know, you don't need the power on to have your emergency light. And again, this is that little dual, but it works well. I mean, if you're just doing a little entryway somewhere, it puts off a decent amount of light. Now we're coming around. We'll activate that InnoGear again, and bam, now you see, look at that. That's that InnoGear. That's why I like that 30. Look at how bright that thing is. I mean, it is bright. And that's why I like it. And again, you can put that in your window and use it for emergency charging if you needed to. You know what I mean? You could do it for emergency charging. You could, you know, and then deploy it in your house. It's so bright, I wouldn't do that. It's just really powerful. So, and you can see it doesn't stay on very long, so it doesn't deplete its battery. That's why I'm not into the dim lights, okay? Those lights that have the dim and then bright by the motion sensor, they wear their batteries down. And if you're in a northern climate like me, you just don't get enough sunlight for a light to be going on all day and depleting its battery. It'll destroy the battery in a very short period of time. But you can see how it just, I mean, this thing is awesome. And you know, you can see way out there. My camera sucks, but I can see way out. I mean, almost 200 feet back. That's the beauty. I mean, I wouldn't use it for, you know, walking in a bad area 200 feet away, obviously. But, I mean, you can see how bright this is. You know, this is on the ground just from that little LITDOM. And again, remember, I mean, the InnoGear. And remember, the InnoGear was about 12 bucks a piece is what I got them for, too. I got a 2-pack for $24, I think, which is really awesome. And then, you know, we'll come back on that 8 LED LITDOM as well. And I'll show you, you know, here's the ground. That thing's about 8 feet up. You can see how bright it is under this area, okay? And out there and whatnot. And that's just the little 8 LED thing. And you can multiply this by 2.5 to 3 times is what the 30 LED guy will put out, which is awesome. And you see they don't stay on a long time. That's what's great about them. They stay on long enough for you to get in or out of your house, and then they shut off. Man, that's that 30. Look at it. Holy mackerel, isn't that bright? That's why I love it, folks. It is just fantastic. I mean, and it goes way out, you can see. Look how far out that's going. And my camera sucks again. It's not a night camera, but look how far you can see out there. It's just awesome. And again, it doesn't stay on for a long time, which is fantastic, right? And I'll try and show you how bright that, wow. That thing is just bright, people. And I really like it. So I'm going to give it a a big super thumbs up. I absolutely like it. I like the timing of it too. They didn't leave it where it would stay on too long and deplete your battery. It's enough time to get in or out of your house, you know, and do what you got to do, which is really great. You don't, you know, you just don't need to something that's going to stay on for an extra long period of time, unless you do, and then get one of the floodlights that you can dial in. Don't go with these InnoGears. But the other thing I like about these small lights like that is that you can put them in your window and use them for emergency lights too. So you don't have to plug them in, you don't have to use your energy. Once a week, put them in your window in the on position while you're at work, let it charge, and then turn them off, store that energy, or deploy them outside, whatever you want to do, and use them for both things, you know. And that's the other neat thing too. I can take one of these down from outside very quickly if I needed to. I have so many of them I don't, but if you needed to, use them for emergency lighting inside your house. That's, you know, the final factor, which I've already explained. I love it because if the power goes out and I'm going to start my generator, the area where I'm starting my generator is completely lit up for me. I don't need power to the house. That's the beauty of it. All of my motion security lights are solar because of that reason. And if I need to do something outside, I've got plenty of light in all the areas I've need it, and it's low cost. The 290 LED floodlights that I went out front and showed you, they were $22 a piece, I believe. I got them on sale. It was fantastic that I got them that cheap, because normally they're $30 to $36. So I got the 90 LEDs on sale, and I showed you the box in the last video for 22 to 23 bucks a piece, which was an awesome price. That's why I bought another 2-pack and just used them. But anyway, I hope this has been good for you. Again, InnoGear 30 LED motion sensor, full contained security light, and boy, isn't that thing bright. Jim out.